So let me show you guys what I meant before. I did a 1/4 inch vent further out here in the bottom of this quarter panel, and I got it pretty much fitting everywhere else. It's pretty much even with the holes and everything. Remember that I told you guys, you line up these new holes are gonna line up with the other ones, with the originals that were in your car, because their panels are exactly the same. Up here the gap is pretty good. Along the bottom right here, these got it worked up. All I gotta do is just, if I pull here on the side, it'll open up. So, but like I was telling you before, there's two holes right here that will line up, all your markings on it that will line up. Right now, what I'm trying to get work done is this section right here. As you can see, I'm 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch away from where I should be at. So all I gotta do is just pull this back and bend it more than 90 further out till this panel meets on the bottom, and then it's flush. If you notice, you have these indentations right here, which are pretty gonna be where your new spot welds are gonna match the originals that were on the vehicle. These two spot welds should match, that should match with that, and so on and so on. So just be patient and keep on working your car. Remember, you only can cut once. Once you cut, it's pretty much all done. So everything else looks pretty good so far. Just gotta work that corner, the bottom piece of it. Like I said before, I haven't even clamped the quarter panel down just to make it tight with the original. Here are the original imprints for the seam sealer that usually the cars come with from the factory. You can see just by moving this up how this is gonna line up perfectly. Nothing at all, everything, every gap, every trim. This is the original tail light. You can see the gap here on the side. Like I said, I just put this quarter panel on top just to see how much work would it take just to put it back on. And I'm telling you guys, this is the original colors here again. You can follow that as a guide. Once you push this up, it'll give you a rough idea where your panel should be at, and that is almost right on. That's what you can use for a guide when you're doing this kind of work and we want to go back to your original shapes and you know, squareness of the vehicle, so you can guide yourself by that. You know how far you are, if you have to pull one way or the other, or which part to pull, because these original spot welds are going to line up in every single vehicle of the same kind, same model, same year run. So in this case, I'm using a brand new quarter panel from the Lexus dealer, which it doesn't have any imprints or any marks, so I cannot go by that. I can only go by the shadows on the paint. If I wanted it, that's pretty much what I would go by. Like here, I just move it there, clamp it, spot weld that. Once I got all the marks all clamped down, and maybe use a self-tap screw just to hold them. So right here, like I told you, I haven't even done anything here. This is just superposed right on top of each other. But like you said, you see it right here. I can just take this whole quarter panel off, like I can show you guys, so you guys see that I'm not lying to you. I'm going to pull this quarter panel off. This goes right in between the two layers here. Let me get some help here, trying to get this off. So you guys can see I haven't done anything to it. It just looks the same way that the video before I did to you. The new quarter panel is all the way up here, as you were seeing. So what I do, I'll trim the new quarter panel to meet this gap. I'll put a filler gap between here, about an inch or so, a piece of metal behind it. Just a piece of metal in the same shape as the quarter panel. I'll spot weld it on that side, and then you spot weld on this side. Maybe you can run a bead all the way down. That way it'll secure all the way around here. Spot welds on the top for the new quarter panel. I'll spot weld the quarter panel to this layer right here of metal. I'll bend this one back and then burn it again on the quarter panel on the different layer. That way it'll be all secure here. Up here, same way. Nothing major, like I said. I still want to work this wrinkle a little bit. I'll take the tire off and beat it from the back with dolly and hammer and get this all nice and straight. No big deal, just a little bit of hammering. Other than that, pretty much everything else is gonna down here I'll do the same. What I do, I'll put a piece of 1-inch I'll use to trim out of the same quarter panel that I'm putting in, the new one. Since I got plenty of metal to work with, I'll cut this section right here along here 1 inch. I'll line up this hole with the one originally on the car, and I'll use this 1 inch just to go under that other side. It'll give me just a perfect layout of the same metal shape. Weld that on the one side and then lay this one on top of that. So what I was telling you, I've got myself by these two holes right here, which are original to the factory. Those two holes are gonna match up with this one right here and the second one, which was original here. So you can guide yourself with those holes too. You can guide yourself with the holes that go right here, which are your sensor for knowing the door is open or closed. There's a whole bunch of little tricks that you can use when you do this kind of work. I haven't clamped it or nothing at all. This right here needs a little bit of work, but pretty close to where I need to be, as you can see. Top line is matching pretty good. I need about 1/8 of an inch down here that way, just to make that gap even. That'll work out once I pull on this side. And again, two holes matching right here. You got that seam sealer trace all around it. So guess that's it for today. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe and like if you want to see more of this. Thank you guys. Have a good night.